Alright, welcome back to another video. So this is just going to be a quick follow-up video. In the last video, I went ahead and showed you how to create user commands. So these were commands that appear as clickable components or buttons, I should say, whenever you right-click on the user and you hover over apps, and it'll show you all the commands that you have registered. And keep in mind that you can only have a max of 5 registered. Okay, and whenever you clicked on these, they pretty much fire an interaction create event, and it has its data, and it gives you all the information such as who the target member was, right? Who the command was supposed to be executed on, who executed the command, and other information as well. And the logic that we implemented was we just had it respond back to us. Okay, and that was pretty simple. And obviously, you would have to implement your own custom logic depending on what you wanted the command to do. That was just a simple example. But we can also create message commands, and they're very much identical and work very similarly to user commands. In fact, I'd probably say that they work exactly like them. Not even like 99%, like pretty much 99% identical. They're pretty much exactly identical. Right? You can see the documentation shows you the same exact thing. Okay. The only difference is that for the type, we just have to set the type to 3 instead of 2. Okay, and when you interact with the message command, it'll also fire the interaction create event, and then we'll have to handle the logic ourselves. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this. Let's go ahead and actually do something with this. One thing that we should consider is that you can also only have up to 5 message commands globally, and same thing with per guild. You can only have 5 global message commands. Okay, so it's the same amount as the user command. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's go into our code, and what I'll do is I'll go right over here and I'll set up another object. And let's just say, what could be a good message command name? I think maybe we'll create an identical one to the report for user, but it'll be for messages instead. So report message will be the name, and then type will be number 3. Okay, so let's just save. Let's wait for the bot to restart. All right, so now that our bot has logged in again, let's go ahead and right-click a message. So this one over here works fine. And we can see that the apps section appears. And then we can see that we have our command. Okay, and obviously if I clicked on it right now, nothing's going to happen because we're not handling it. But that's okay. We can go ahead and do that right now. So let's go over to our code. We'll go inside the interaction create event, inside the callback function handler for the interaction create event. And similarly to when we check to see if the interaction is a chat input command, if it's a select menu interaction, if it's a user context menu interaction, we check to see if the interaction is a message context menu command. So we'll go ahead and call this method, and if it is, it'll return true. Okay, and then it'll execute the block right over here, all the code inside this block. That's how if else conditions work. Okay, so and of course the message commands will also have their own name, right? So let me also log the interaction so that you can actually see everything, so everything makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and right click and select the report message command. Let's look at the logs and see that the interaction create event was fired, and it's logging the message context menu command interaction object, which just shows that this else if condition, this condition right over here was true. Okay, and you can see everything right over here. You can see all the properties. So you can see, let's see, the user. You can see we want to get the message itself because this is a message command. So there should be, I don't know why it does not appear in the logs over here, but I'm pretty sure we can actually reference it. So I'll show you. So if I were to do interaction dots, and there should be a property somewhere over here. Yep, target message, right? Target message, and this is just a message type right over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and log that, so we can see what the properties and attributes look like, all the values, I mean. So let's go ahead and right click and select the command. And now we're logging the message, and you can see that it's just a message object. It has a channel ID, it has a guild ID, it has, let's see, the author, the content, a bunch of stuff, okay, which is great. So let's say, for example, if you wanted to implement a report feature, you wanted to report a user's message, you could go ahead and do it this way. And obviously, you would have to implement your own logic, depending on what your bot is supposed to do. But this is how you would set it up. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. Peace out.